or Federalist appointments that happened prior to his presidency. Okay? He's going to try to get rid of the Federalists forever. Well, the first thing he does is he suspends the Alien and Sedition Acts. Remember those? He suspends those. And what's he do with all those people that were put in jail for violating them? He releases them all. Okay, because most of those people were from what political party do you think? Absolutely, Republicans. So, he repeals or suspends the Alien and Sedition Acts, and he releases all the people that were jailed under those laws. And now he's going to go after these Federalist judges that he believes are partisan. What does that mean, if you're a partisan? You go right down party lines. If you looked at a piece of paper and the Republicans were supposed to say that was white, if you are a Federalist, even though it's no question white, you say, hey, that paper's black. Partisan means that you vote down lines no matter what. Okay? You're loyal. Okay? So, to start this process to remove these partisan judges, he's going to support a campaign of impeachment. Now, you know anything about impeachment? Well, I should talk about that first. Have we ever had a president of the United States impeached?
Not fully.
Well, let's talk about that. What does it mean to be impeached? Okay, what's it mean to be impeached? Does impeached means that you're removed from office? No, if you're impeached, it means you've been accused of high crimes and misdemeanors. Okay? And if you're impeached in office, which branch of Congress impeaches you? Accuses you of these crimes? Which side? House or Senate? House. House will accuse you and indict you on crimes. You don't have to really write this down, just listen. And then you go on trial. And who tries you? Senate. And if the Senate gets a 2/3 majority, then you're out of office. So impeached doesn't mean you're kicked out of office. Impeached means you're accused of high crimes and misdemeanors that are going to put you on trial, and then when they have the trial. Was Richard Nixon impeached? No, he resigned prior to impeachment because Republican supporters said, they got too much on you, buddy. If you don't want to be impeached, you better resign. Who else was impeached? We have had 2 presidents impeached. Both faced trial, both were considered not guilty. Who was the first one in history that was impeached? Andrew Johnson. And he followed Abraham Lincoln, and the radical Republicans went after him. And he was accused by the House of high crimes and misdemeanors. He went to trial, and his Senate did not convict him. Okay, they exonerated him by 1 vote, which we'll talk about later. Who's the other president was impeached? Bill Clinton was impeached for his lying about the Monica Lewinsky deal. He went to trial and also was exonerated and was not kicked out of office. Okay? So, we've only had 2 impeached. Again, I want you to understand that impeachment means you're accused of something. That doesn't mean you're kicked out of office. Well, what happened is there was a federal judge that was rumored to be mentally unbalanced in the United States at that time. And guess what he was? A Federalist, right? So, Jefferson's going to try this impeachment process. So, the House of Representatives, which are Republican, right, voted to impeach this mentally unbalanced judge, and then the Senate voted and removed him from office. So it did work. So a judge of one of the federal districts of the United States, which was Federalist, was found to be mentally imbalanced. The House of Representatives voted his impeachment, and the Senate voted to remove him. So Jefferson got 1 notch on his belt, right? Well, then they went after a Supreme Court justice by the name of Samuel Chase. And the House of Representatives impeached Supreme Court Justice Samuel Chase, and the Senate then tried him.
Supreme Court judge?
He was a Supreme Court judge or justice, yep. Samuel Chase. So Jefferson kind of went after this guy too. And the House impeached him, but the Senate acquitted him. Which means when he went to trial with the Senate, they found no evidence of any high crimes or misdemeanors. right? And so Jefferson was unsuccessful in that attempt. Now, except for these two cases, one victory and one defeat for Jefferson, his impeachment campaign was largely a failure. Almost all of the Federalist judges remained in office, and even though it wasn't successful, these federal judges were on notice, and the threat of impeachment did make them more cautious and less, keyword, partisan. Jefferson didn't like the fact they were so partisan. So even though this impeachment thing didn't work very well, it did get these judges on notice that, hey, if we don't mind our P's and Q's, they're going to impeach us and put us on trial. Okay? So it was kind of successful, kind of not. Well, tomorrow, for those that will be gone, we're going to talk about the election of 1804. We're going to talk about Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr. And we're going to kind of finish this thing up with an embargo act. Anybody have any questions at all? Anybody have any questions at all? Comments?
So like Nixon, you pretty much just say, kind of like instead of putting trial, it's like I'm going to quit before you fire me.
Before he even got impeached, yeah. Now, Mako, I'm a little ticked off if you're paying attention in this class. And to the point where I got two choices. I can either boot you out of here,